Welcome to the second episode of my Korky Kenobi fanfiction. Just a note is that I'm going to kind of be treating the first episode as a pilot. I didn't have a lot of time to really think about every single decision I was making with it, so there's certain things, certain flashbacks that I wish were there. But all that said, the second and third episode I completely wrote out. Because I've had the extra time, these next few episodes are going to be much better quality and hopefully much more enjoyable for you. I actually commissioned an artist to do some art for these, so I'm really excited to show you that. I'm hoping the whole experience will be closer to what you might get with an official Star Wars product. Enjoy! Episode 2, The Ball. Our episode begins with a voiceover from Korky. I never knew my mother. She died giving birth to me. I never knew my father. He skipped town before I was ever born. But sometimes good things can come from dark circumstances. We see Korky being dressed by handmaidens of the Mandalorian royalty. Can I try a dress this time? Korky, you silly boy. This ball is important. You must be seen wearing your best. Okay. Violin music reverberates through the ornate and distinctly cubic hall as politicians and royalty alike dance. Korky smiles at the beauty of it all. He watches the people dance for a bit, then greets the band. The members of the band are happy to see him, and a short-haired female violinist seems especially happy to see him. Looking spiffy, Korky? Korky frowns. I guess. Hey, one day I'm gonna become Duchess, and when I do, you can wear a dress whenever you want. Korky smiles. Really? But then what will Auntie do? Maybe she can be the one playing violin. They both laugh. Until then, you rock those robes, little man. Korky puffs his chest out and walks proudly into the dance. The music suddenly stops, and the Duchess Satine descends a grand set of stairs wearing a glitteringly beautiful silver and white dress. Auntie. We flash forward to Korky sitting alone in his escape pod. Korky has his hand reached out, pointing at a metallic ball. He closes his eyes and continues angrily to yell at it. Come on, move! The ball doesn't move. Korky gives up and falls against the wall. The escape pod is a royal class model, and it has enough alcohol and food to get him through at least 2 weeks of space. But, to avoid detection, he turns off all life support systems. This cuts his survival time down to a week at best. Korky sighs. He looks down at his soft hands with disdain and thinks to himself, I spent more time training with Aunt Bo-katan. Maybe I could have stayed and fought instead of being sent away like a useless damsel. Wham! Korky punches the wall with his closed fist and sighs as he looks out the window towards his home at war. We now see the surface of Mandalore, where an injured Bo-katan picks herself up from the floor. While panting, she can hear the K2SO droid walking up the stairs. She quickly ducks behind a crate and waits for it to approach. It reaches the top floor and scans the area. Seeing that an escape pod launched, it speaks. K4S1 to command. An escape pod is launched at structure 2-0. Bo shoots the droid's head off and flies through the ceiling using her jetpack. She is fired upon by several droids and fires back as she whizzes through the air. She takes out several and is surrounded by 4. She uses her flamethrower and takes out 2 others and flies off. As she gains altitude, the music drops. She sees that there's no winning this war. Millions die before her eyes. We cut again to space. This time we see 2 TIE fighters escorting an Imperial shuttle. The shuttle lands at the capital where Korky and Bo-katan were. 2 Mandalorians wearing green armor fire upon the ships as the walkway descends to the floor. Pale green alien with white hair and Sith yellow eyes slowly walks out. He force chokes both Mandalorians, then walks into the capital, the Mandalorians dropping behind him. Following him are 2 Imperial clones. The green alien sees the empty escape pod and turns to the clones. Bring it to me. The clones march out and retrieve a carbonite-sealed being from the craft. The clones bring the rectangular prison to the green alien, who releases the creature. Carbon gas spills from the chamber as the creature falls to the floor. The gas clears. We recognize this creature as Quinlan Voss. He is confused and angry. The green Sith smiles with delight. Oh, hello there, puppy. I missed you. Voss becomes angry and reaches out before being shocked back into submission. This is not a two-way relationship, you know that. Now tell me, who is in this pod and where did they go? Voss bows his head in sadness and quietly says, almost to himself, it does not work like that. The green alien frowns. Then what good are you? The Sith ignites his saber and puts it to Voss's throat. Please, do it. The Sith smiles. So pathetic. He shocks Voss again. Voss falls to the ground, wincing in agony. Voss screams out, Wait! The shocking stops. Voss puts his hands on the panel. He had a connection to the Force. Trying to trick me again, puppy. I thought you've got that business out of your system on the first day of torture. Telling the truth. Whoever left this craft had a connection. Well, puppy, sometimes I see why Master says I should have killed you long ago. Take him away. Looks like I'll have to do this myself. The troopers stand Voss up, and silently he stares at the green alien with immense anger through his dark hair. Oh, this is my favorite part. See you later, Voss screams in agony, and is again sealed away. Now, where were we? We cut again to space, where we see Korky is now totally out of view of Mandalore. He's drinking and crying, then yelling and hitting the floor. The pain of not being there to help weighs heavy on his conscience. He covers his eyes, and when he looks up, he's young again, at the ball with Satine. So Korky, what do you think of the ball? It's beautiful, Auntie. We should have these every day. Satine laughs. Want to know a secret, Korky? Korky whispers and smiles. Yes, Auntie? I hate it. Korky gasps. It's wasteful, arrogant, pompous, and boring. Not to mention this dreadful dress. Korky frowns. Then why did you even come? Satine laughs. Oh, Korky. Well, yes, I do hate the ball. It is a necessary evil for negotiations. To make peace with our allies, we must treat them with the utmost respect, and sometimes we must impress them. Korky puts his hand to his chin like a little baby Obi-Wan, deep in thought. I see. Satine looks down at Korky. Korky, is something wrong? Korky looks down. I love the dress. Satine laughs hysterically, and her laugh fades as we see Korky alone, holding a knife. He raises the knife, considering for a moment, then places it down, shaking his head. He again reaches out to the ball, and gently begins to lift it using the Force. As the ball rises, a light begins shining on Korky's face. The light floods through the window of the pod. Korky drops the ball and screams. Well, that's the end of episode 2. Who is there to pick up Korky? Is it the Mandalorians? Is it someone there to help? Who knows what might happen in the next episode? I hope you like some of the stuff I set up with this. I tried to show something we've never really seen in Star Wars, and really, I don't know how many places I've really seen this other than Steven Universe, but to have Korky liking dresses is setting something up for the future. Satine sort of imparting knowledge about doing things that you don't really want to do to be a good leader is important for future stories, and I'm just trying to do something different. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of Korky being Kenobi's son, and I will soon answer that question. I hope you stay tuned for the next few episodes. Alright, bye.